Hello. Today we're going to look at suspensions. I want to start with the basic progression here. We have the 1 to the 5, 6 to the 1, then the cadence 2, 6 to 5 to 1. So let's listen up. Alright, so any voice that moves down by a step can be potentially embellished with a suspension. So we take the soprano here that goes D to C. That, simply by delaying the resolution to the C, we create a suspension. And the pattern is a 9 to 8. That's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. 9 to 8. Let's listen. Now, if I wanted to take the bass and move to a new inversion, a 1/6, say, on the weak beat, that doesn't in any way change the nature of the resolution of the suspension. But what it will do is change the figures that you write. So instead of seeing the 9/8, which over a stationary bass, you'll see a 9 over the root position 1, and then over the 1/6 you'll just see the plain 6. So you'll see 9 to 6. That looks like a leap of a third, but it's not. The bass is moving up. But the ninth above the C and the sixth above the E are actually the same voice resolving down by step. So that's not unusual. Let's listen to that. All right, let's find some more here at, well, let's keep going and say the tenor voice here. The tenor voice moves from an E to another D. Again, just as we did with the soprano before, we can now delay that resolution. So the sixth above the bass, here already marked in the figured bass, now is resolved down, is suspended as a seventh. So we see that now as a 7/6 suspension. It's still a 2/6 chord. It's just that you don't get the sixth above the bass until the third beat. It is not a seventh chord. It's still the 2/7. Because the chord, the suspension resolves over the bass. It's not a true seventh chord. So let's listen to that. So let's do some more. Look at the very last cadence. We have sol, fa, mi, the resolution fa to mi, and the soprano. That's a very common resolution, a suspended resolution. The fa, fa, mi, and that is famous 4/3. So common in the Baroque. Let's hear the 5. All right, where else can we find any more? Here, this the opening bass that goes do, ti, that can be suspended as well. Now that creates a bit of havoc with the figured bass. So we have here a simple first inversion 5 chord, 5/6. But when we start monkeying with the bass here, holding over, suspending over, suspending over the do and resolving it to T, then the 6 goes there. But what do I have here on the downbeat? Well, what I have on the downbeat is a 5th above the bass. Moving to a 6th. But it's not an upper voice that's moving, it's the bass itself that's moving. The G, that's the fifth above the bass, is holding stationary. It's a fifth here. When the bass moves to B, it's a sixth. What else is in the figure? Because you have to account for all chord tones that are not your standard 5-3. Well, the other chord tone above the bass is a 2. That is the D. So you will see then, when you have such a suspension held underneath the 5-6 chord, you'll see first 5-2, and then you'll see it resolve to a 3, just a 2-3 suspension. So that's what this 5-2 moving to 6-3 is. It's not upper voices moving at all. It's just the bass being held at the suspension and resolving down. So this first 5-2 is not a triad. The entire measure is just a 5-6 chord, simply with the bass suspended in the first half. So the bass is embellished. Let's listen. Okay, so that's taking a very vanilla progression and making it a little more interesting. I hope that helps.